So in today's video I'm going to talk to you about how you can create a beautiful reflection in your images. And I'm going to use one of the images that I've shot in last Sunday's video when I was in Amsterdam with my friend Moises. So let's dive into this video and I will show you this beautiful technique. So this is the file that I've selected to show you, and like you're seeing down here, there was a beautiful reflection here of those buildings. And let me show you the raw file. That's this one, and you can see there's not a reflection at all. You can see all the lights here in the water, but there's no reflection of those buildings. And this was a channel where boats were constantly maneuvering in and out, so this water was never flat enough to produce that kind of reflection. And also there was a lot of wind here at this moment. So yeah, I learned this technique actually from Moises, how to do this. So let me explain to you how I altered this reflection. So I did some basic edits here. It's not that important for this reflection image. But if you right click on the image and you say edit and you say Adobe Photoshop. So that's how I did it. So I went to Photoshop. This is the image, I already loaded it, and you can see we have no reflection at all in this image. So how I did it, I went up here to the image, and then you can say rotate your image, and I rotated it vertically. So that's the first thing I did. So then I selected everything, Ctrl A, and then I say edit, copy. So now I want to go back. So I've put it on the right location again here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to edit, and I'm going to stick this into the image. So you can see here, if I got the selection tool, I can move this upside down image over the other image. So what we don't need in this image is actually the water. So I'm going to select the eraser here, get a little bit of a bigger brush, and I'm gonna make it an even bigger brush to speed up this process a little bit. And I've just erased the water because I don't need it for this particular edit. So you don't have to do it that precise actually. So right now you can see that there's not a perfect fit down here. So it's actually going the wrong way around. So the way you can solve this, first of all, if you go to the layer here, so the first layer where this upside down image is on, you can go to the fill section here and just reduce this fill to, let's say, 80%, so you can see both of these images at the same time. So I'm going back to the edit tab, and it says here a free transform. So at the moment you've selected this free transform, you right click in the image, and you have a couple of things here. You can scale, you can rotate, you can pull the things, and the thing we need is the fourth one, and that's adjust the size of it. So not perspective, but the fourth one. So if you select this one, you will see right here, if you start pulling on these little square dots here, you can alter the size and the shape of this image. And you can do it really extreme, because you can also do it like this or like this, but we don't need that for this particular image. So just go down here, have a look. It has to be a little bit further. Pull it up a little bit more. I think this was a little bit too much. Let's see. I think this is going the right way. Maybe a little bit more. So you can see that this is a bit of a sweet spot here. So this black line is exactly on the other black line over here, and those buildings are all straight down, because you can also adjust it that those buildings are weirdly shaped, but in this case we want them straight down because that's what the reflection would have been. So right at this point you can adjust the fill here if you want to, but in my particular case there's a light here on the bottom that I don't really like. So if I reduce the fill a little, you can see that this light is appearing, so I don't want that. So I'm gonna use a pretty heavy fill on this image, a bit like this I guess, and then I'm going to come up here to the filter section, filter, and I'm gonna say I don't know what it's called in English, but I'll put it down here. And then we're going to for a Gaussian. And what it does, it gives a little bit of a ripple, like it's real water here in the... and you can make this as extreme as you want. So you can really, if you put this up, you see there's no reflection left. So if you reduce it, there's a little bit coming back. And just find the sweet spot that you really like. In this case, I think I went with 5. Just like this. And you will see when I zoom in that Photoshop did a really nice job in copying this reflection into the water. And yeah, the water is a little bit blurry, so that's just a really nice thing. So the only thing you need to do at this point, you just have to go here to File, Save, and it will transport the image back to Lightroom, which I already did. It's not this one, it's this image. So this is the one that I finally released in my YouTube video. And I don't do this much. This was just an experiment to see if I could do it, and especially with those buildings, I really like doing it. And but you can also use this technique when you're out in the field somewhere with a beautiful tree or a tree line or something. With a straight line, it's really easily done, but I've also discovered, and I tried it on other images, which got really hard. So I will leave that for a different video, that technique. But yeah, for this particular day, if you want to alter it like this, it's just really simple. Once again, go to Photoshop, copy the layer upside down, paste it into the current layer, then go to the Edit tab, Free Transform or Control T, that's the short key, you can see it right here, and it just opens this screen, right click on it, and I change the perspective. That's the one that you need. So then you can pull it in every shape that you could possibly want. And then the last thing you do, you can change the fill here or go to filter and give it a Gaussian blur. So you just need a little bit of a blur over it. So that's the way I processed this image, and I have to admit it's a little bit cheating, but for me the standard's always I'm only using data that's already in the photo. So I'm using my own image, pulling it upside down, and I don't really mind that. And for me the line is when I start putting things into an image that I didn't shoot myself. Like for instance, I would go to Luminar and change the sky. I never do that. But I think everyone has to decide for themselves what they are comfortable with or not. In this case, I don't shoot in many cities at all, but I just wanted to see if I could do it and how it worked. And yeah, I really like the end result. So yeah, I hope you do too, and I hope you like this little video. So if you like it, then please push the thumbs up button, and there's a little notification bell and subscribe button underneath this video. If you push that, select all, you will get a message when I release my next video. So this Sunday you will see the next video from Amsterdam, back in nature, but I can already tell you that is going to be a shocker video. So thanks for watching this one. Hope to see you this Sunday. Bye bye.